How do I become an alpha male? There are a million articles on top 10 alpha male behaviors, or signs you're a beta male, and I'm here to say it's just nonsense. Most of it is a sham. The term alpha or beta is nothing to do with the way you conduct yourself and everything to do with your beliefs. Becoming the alpha male. A lot of males start their journey into self-development it is when they go through this kind of fake phase. What I'm trying to convey by this is that they've studied alpha males and beta males, and realized that they are the beta male. If men are trying to become the alpha male, they worry about their actions and attempt to alter their behaviors. They are spending all this time worrying about questions such as, should I do this for a girl? Is it too beta? What do I need to wear? What does an alpha male look like? How long should I wait to call her back? When does an alpha male break eye contact? But what they don't realize is that you can change every single one of your behaviors, and it still won't change whether you're a beta male or not. Whether you're an confident man or a beta man is determined by your mindset. This is my gripe with most of modern masculine self-development. It is designed to help men tackle problems at the surface and not to address the root reasons behind them. Instead, in trying to alter each and every one of your small habits, change your mindset to ensure that the behaviors are able to change by themselves. Alpha male example. If you're viewing this video, it's time to be building the social network of your choice on a regularly. This is among the most essential habits for men to develop and will transform the way you live your life that you could never imagine. If you've been out to numerous nightclubs or bars as well as other places for socializing, I'm sure there's something you've seen plenty of times. Fat, ugly women who try to conceal their ugly features by wearing flashy jewelry, lots of makeup and silk gowns. I'm not trying to be considered a dick, but I'm telling you the way it is. Are you finding these girls attractive? No, of course they aren't. You can clearly see through their fake facade. You can tell that they're concealing their unattractiveness by putting on a lot of fake exteriors. Oh, wait, yeah, that's right. It's exactly what women think when they meet an alpha male trying to act alpha. They can smell through it in a minute, because they're extremely intuitive. They can tell when a man is just acting confident, but doesn't actually have true confidence. There are a lot of articles and nonsense that swindle people, telling them to become an alpha male by following these 4 behaviors. This is a big turn off to me, as I've been in the exact boat as you a few years ago. Beware of shady advertising and hype. If you're looking to be an alpha male, you need to do more than hide your beta male behavior. It is necessary to change your perspective. You need to think about things the way an alpha male and experience the same emotions the way an alpha male feels. You must completely change the person you are. Learn mindset and behavior confidence. As I mentioned before, if you can change your mind, the rest will be in its proper. Being an alpha male can naturally alter your behavior to be more in line to who you are. There's a saying that's been around for ages, which says the idea that the self is always shining through. It's impossible to conceal your identity, especially when speaking to women. I like to illustrate my ideas. I will be using an example to illuminate this concept. I hope these tips will help you to become an alpha male. Mimicking your behavior. Beta lion faking confidence. I'm in lion, I'm sure of it. It's said you think that Jerry is a 24-year-old man who is complete beta male. He's apathetic, insecure, overweight, lazy, and a total failure in life. He may have a range of beliefs that are underlying, but let's look at one that is extremely nefarious and frequent in the present. I need other people's approval. It's one of the fundamental convictions of the beta male. Because the parents likely did not give him enough love, he seeks attention from other people in an effort to feed his wounded child. Let's say he has read an array of articles on alpha male behavior, and decides to incorporate it into his daily life. He ends up having a date with a girl, and throughout the entire time, he's stuck thinking about it in his head. All the time, he's considering, okay, how would an alpha male act? And he appears completely out of place and fake. Perhaps he is trying to be a confident leader by eye contact, but he doesn't make eye contact, or exhibits certain traits that are typically seen in alpha males. Yet, when speaking to the girl and is always a bit hesitant, he seems to be seeking approval from her. His actions suggest, I'm an alpha male, but his actions belie him. You can't conceal a beta male's mentality with male alpha behaviors. His male-biased mindset can infiltrate his voice and body language, facial expressions, and behavior. And they all communicate the same thing in a loud and clear way: the fact that this man is fake. The fat woman is trying to hide her chubby by wearing an unfit dress. It's not appealing, and it's not worth it. Women aren't going to fall in love with him. In addition, the fact that males who are truly males who are alpha can detect this deception so easily. Your beliefs are manifested through subcommunications. Therefore, trying to change your behavior is a waste of time. Patrick will probably be given an occasional pat on the back from the woman, and would then not meet her again. Patrick is likely to perform one of two actions or try to alter his behavior further or become angry about women, and then blame them for the problems he has. If he tries to change his behavior even more, he may actually get really good at it. He may become very proficient at fooling people, but it won't last long. The cracks in his behavior will start to show within 25 minutes, not 5 minutes. It's an endless chase. He'll try to act more alpha, but trying to delay that inevitable rejection. Or, he'll go the other path, and become angry with women. If he does not initially, it will be several months in trying to alter his ways but to no avail. Women are all selfish. Jerry screams. A lot of men are angry at girls who aren't accepting of them, and then accuse women of their troubles. The funny thing is that they don't realize that it's really their fault and they're actually defying themselves by seeking approval from women. This is due to the fact that they're completely misinformed. It's because of an extremely negative belief. I need women to accept me, and if they don't, I feel rejected and will get angry. Do not be like this guy. Choose to make a change in your thinking. Changing your beliefs. Lion Club is learning to be confident. I may not be an alpha male yet, but I'm slowly growing into one. This doesn't mean that you shouldn't be able to do both. In fact, I would suggest doing both in the beginning. Change your behavior and your mentality, but you should focus on your mental state. The main focus should to change your core beliefs. Instead of spending endless hours trying to change every one of his naughty behaviors. Let's say Patrick decides to alter his views. Patrick begins to develop a deeply felt love for himself. He begins to put his own goals first. Patrick begins to live his without fear, and is able to get rid of any negative influences in his life. Patrick starts to read books and then begins working out. Maybe he'll even grab an ebook about masculinity, since Patrick knows it's the most efficient method to transform from a beta male to an alpha male. In the beginning, he'll begin to change simply because he wants to be accepted, but eventually, he'll begin to appreciate the process of becoming a man. Slowly, but surely the man will incorporate positive thoughts into his daily life. He'll start to build self-confidence and self-esteem. He'll learn to value himself and will begin to believe that you're an alpha male. If he's ever with one of his girls, is what will take place. Are they going to be a mess in his head and thinking, oh, should I do this? Or maybe that, is that too beta? But he's simply going to do whatever is his preference. If someone is unkind to him, he's not likely to pursue her for validation or approval. He'll avoid her. It's not because he's bitter or anything, but simply because he does not wish to have her in his world. If he is truly in love with an individual and wishes to take her out for dinner, he'll invite the woman to dinner. This is not because he wants her to like his actions, but because the truth is that he wants to be nice to her. In other words, he'll just choose what he'd like to do instead of following the path he believes will gain him recognition and approval. He's cuddling him because he wants to. It's not because he's scared of her being angry. Based on your mindset the person is in, any action can be classified as either alpha or beta. When you take action because of pressure from others or nervousness, or the fear of reprisal, it's usually an alpha male mentality. On the other hand, when you take action just because you desire to do something, you are acting from an alpha male perspective. We'll use the examples below to understand. Jerry example number 1, bad. As an example, suppose you know that Jerry has been exercising with a female who comes back to his house afterward. Jerry has been trying to have a sex relationship with the woman for a long time, but she hasn't stopped restraining his attempts. However, this time she's said that she's sore and needs to be massaged. Oh my God, now's my chance, Jerry thinks. Foolish Jerry. If she's rejected him many times before, why do you think that this one will be different? However, he's eager to have a relationship, so despite the girl's numerous refusals to him and playing the games, he offers her a gentle massage. In fact, he provides her a 30-minute massage. The process works. He whips up cacao butter and gently massages the girl all the time. He's eagerly waiting for his reward at the end. When he finally goes into her to kiss her, she turns away and smiles. Haha, no thanks. Sorry. And Jerry's confidence instantly lost. Then she puts on her shirt, then grabs her purse and walks out the door. Jerry is in a state of anger. Jerry believes that women are owed sex by their partners in the form of a transaction, which is why he feels that he is entitled to sex because the woman sent him a message. I'm sure that Jerry will continue exercising with this woman since she has sent him occasionally, winky face, emoticon, and Jerry is hoping he'll be lucky this time. This is clearly the behavior of a beta male. Why? Because it's stemming from a beta male mindset. He feels like he has to do something to get sex. He's desperate to gain some kind of action, and is willing to give up his time and energy, earn it. Jerry example number 2, good. Now, a different example. Let's say you know that Jerry has been following my video for a while now and it's beginning to turn into an alpha male. He's following the advice I provide and slowly but surely, altering his life. Jerry encountered the exact girl from the previous example, however. As soon as he realized the girl was engaged in games, he did not invite her to play things. Jerry wasn't needy and desperate for female attention, so he stopped hitting her up because she was clearly just using him. She was subsequently attracted to him due to the fact that she could see that he was a man with strict limits and was a male with an alpha status. She starts sleeping with him and they get more and more close. Sometimes she goes to Jerry's house to hang out, and cooks dinner for them. Wow, thanks Jerry. This woman is pretty cool. She's been real nice to me. I kind of want to return the favor, Jerry thinks to himself. He then texts her telling her that he has something special for her. She inquires about what it is and he tells her she'll have to go over to find out. He offers her a lovely massage, and they both sleep. So what's the difference? The difference lies in the attitude that's being reflected. In the first case, Jerry was coming from an extremely desperate, needy mentality. Even though the woman was treating him like a shite and was snagging him, he put in a lot of efforts to be nice to her, hoping she would be willing to sleep with him. This is clear, beta male behavior, that is a result of an attitude of beta males. In the first instance, Jerry is coming from an absolute lack of wealth and self-esteem issues. Jerry is not a woman in his life, and has no goal, so Jerry is desperate to get sexual intimacy. He'll go through any hurdle necessary to have a good time. He does not care if it tarnishes his dignity or make him feel less of men. He's so dependent and craves validation and will take any step to obtain it. This is the characteristic of a male who is beta. They require female validation. In the second instance, Jerry literally did the exact same thing for her. He massaged her. What's the difference? This time, Jerry's mindset to be, this girl's been doing some pretty cool stuff for me. I want to return the favor. He gave her a massage because he wanted to, not because he was desperate to sleep with her. Do you realize how the same behavior could be considered to be beta or alpha depending on the perspective it is born out of? If you were acting in a way to assist, or give, in general it's an alpha male behavior. When you act out of a desire to take, generally speaking, it's going to be a beta male behavior. Alpha males do what they do because they'd like to. They have a wealth of positive emotions and resources, therefore they don't hesitate in offering it to those they enjoy. Beta males act because they want validation. They're in desperate need of good emotions, approval, as well as sexual pleasure, and so their actions are planned and created in order to take from others. They're insecure, since they're always seeking something from others, whether it's validation or approval. The difference is that the alpha male does what it is his desire to, while the beta male is acting because he's desperate or has an